Namaskar viewers, I am Group Captain B.N. Sharma. Today I shall be talking about the illegality of the suspension of operation. मैं आप सबको बताना चाहूँगा ये जो सस्पेंशन ऑफ ऑपरेशन जो है, जो भारत सरकार, मणिपुर सरकार और कुकी आर्म्स ग्रुप के साथ जो एग्रीमेंट है, ये मेरी नज़र में और कानून की नज़र में ये एक इलीगल है. इसके बारे में मैं बात करूँगा. I am referring Indian Agreement Act 1872. As per Indian Agreement Act 1872, this agreement called suspension of operation among the Government of India, the Government of Manipur and the SoO armed groups are illegal. In fact, it's a void ab initio. India Agreement, this agreement is done with two arms group of Kuki. It has one umbrella is under UPF and another umbrella is known as KNO. So totally there were 25 groups. This agreement was done in 2008. There were 25 SoO armed groups, but however in the annual report of 2022-23 it's mentioned only 23 groups are there. So this 23 SoO armed groups are under two umbrellas. One is known as KNO, the Kuki National Army, and another one is UPF. And the preamble of this agreement is the UPF and the KNO will abide by the Constitution of India, the laws of the land, and the territorial integrity of Manipur. This is the preamble. So that means the SoO armed groups will abide by the Constitution of India and the laws of the land and also territorial integrity of the Manipur. This is a preamble, and if we see the Constitution, the Article 14, that is equality before the law, Article 40 of Indian Constitution itself is violated as mentioned in the preamble of the agreement, because these armed groups are given preferential or special treatment compared to other citizens of India, that I'll be explaining in detail. These SoO militant groups or SoO armed groups, they have illegal arms. They have illegal arms and they are supposed to, they have deposited the illegal arms and the ammunition they have. Those are the details, breakdown I'll be showing in the visuals. So since they have the arms without license and ammunitions and also some of the explosives which are of military grade, and even if you have a license you cannot have those type of weapons and those type of explosives. So firstly they have violated the existing law of the land. So to have an arms you need to have a license under the Arms Act 1959. This is under the Arms Act 1959 you need to have a license for holding arms, that too in a specific category. You cannot have arms of military grade arms, you cannot have, and explosives you can never have. The license are given for self-protection. If you are in a hilly terrain, or if you want to protect from the animals, there is another category of license. And if you want to protect yourself, use the arms as a self-defense, that is another category of weapon. But in any case you cannot have the military grade weapons of arm. It is well defined in Arms Act 1959 and also the Arms Rule 2016, which is amended recently in 2023. So on 16 August 2001, as per the agreement of the suspension of operation, the number of cadre of the SoO armed groups are 2,181, and they had about 342 arms. They have about 342 arms, and they have quite a lot of ammunitions. The ammunition they have are about 5,068. As I have mentioned, SoO arms group did not have any arms license given by the Government of India or Government of Manipur, as per laid down in the Arms Act 1959. If you are having arms without the license, then a Government of India or Government of Manipur need to pass a gazette authorizing them to hold arms as per the Arms Agreement Section 4. As per the Arms Act 1959 Section 4, they require to have a gazette notification if they are permitted to hold arms or weapons without a license, which in my knowledge the Government of India and the Government of Manipur did not pass any gazette. This itself is a violation of the law of the land, which is violation of preamble of the SoO Agreement itself. And viewers, if you have any gazette notification as per Arms Act 1959 Section 4 by the Government of India or Government Manipur, please comment and let me know. In my knowledge, the information gathered so far, I do not have any knowledge about Government of India or Government of Manipur passing any gazette for the SoO arms group to allow having the arms. And also, as per Indian Agreement Act 1872, the Section 10 defines what is agreement and what is contract, and all agreements and contract as per Section 10 of the Indian Agreement Act 1972. The components of getting an agreement to be legal, you need the consideration of the object to be lawful as per Indian Agreement Act 1972. What are legal elements for considering an object to be lawful? Lawful consideration and unlawful consideration of an agreement is given in Section 23 and Section 24 of the Indian Agreement Act 1972. Let's examine these two sections. The Section 23 is reproduced, you can see on the screen. It reads, what considerations and objects are lawful and what not. This is given in Section 23. The consideration or the object of an agreement is lawful unless it is forbidden by law or is of a nature that if permitted it would defeat the provisions of any law or is fraudulent or involves or implies injury to the person or property of another, or the court regards it as immoral or opposed to public policy. And Section 24 states, if any part of the agreement is unlawful, then the agreement becomes void. The details of the section is appended below. Agreements void if the consideration and the objects unlawful in part, if any part of a single consideration for one or more objects or any one or any part of any one of several consideration for a single object is unlawful, the agreement is void. So this is what Section 23 and Section 24 of Indian Contract Act says. So technically, the SoO agreement is illegal or void ab initio because having a arm without license in India is not permitted. So the consideration and object of the agreement is unlawful. So technically, the suspension of operation agreement is void as per this Indian Contract Act 1972, Section 23 and 24. Viewers, if you have any different opinion, please comment and please let me know. But in my opinion, this agreement itself is void. By entering into an agreement with the SoO arms group, which is having illegal arms without arms license, so the India government is violating the Article 14, that is equality before the law. It violates the Section 24 of Indian Agreement Act 1972. The Section 24 of Indian Agreement 1972 clearly lays down if object and the consideration are unlawful, then the agreement will be void. Even if the consideration the objects are unlawful in part, then also the contract will be void. And I'll just give you an example why this is illegal. And you cannot have, as per Indian law, having an arms without license is an illegal. So if you make a contract with a person who has arms but he doesn't have a license, and if you make a contract of killing somebody with that person, that contract is illegal and void. The same thing, similar situation is happening here because SoO arms group, they have the arms without the license, and the government of India and government Manipur, they are entering into an agreement which is illegal by consideration and object itself. So the having arms without license is illegal as per Arms Act 1959 section 3, and also the consideration of giving a priority or some preferential treatment in spite of punishing them under UAPA 1967, because these armed groups, they have created a lot of trouble by extorting from the civilians, by extortion from the civilians, and blockade of national highways and other various crimes they have conducted. There are enough evidence and FIRs available against them. However, the government of India and the government of Manipur still went ahead and did the agreement, which is an illegal, and it shows a preferential treatment to the SoO armed groups. This is against the violation of Indian Constitution. It violates the Article 14 of Indian Constitution, that is equality before the law. Therefore, the agreement of suspension of operation itself is illegal. Viewers, if you have any difference in opinion with what I have said, please comment and share me your thoughts. But in my opinion, I strongly feel that this is an illegal agreement. So we must, if the lawyers, the competent lawyers, please think over about this, and if we can knock the doors of the court, high court or Supreme Court, it will be a beneficial for the community or for the society. It may be pointed by somebody that the Supreme Court has rejected a plea of this suspension operation last year. However, the Supreme Court has not admitted this case based on some technical issues. Those who have knowledge about these legalities, we can go in, we can go and challenge this suspension of operation agreement. Thank you, viewers. Please support me by subscribing and sharing.